till the break. Pedri, Curry. Oh, shooting chance! Just cruising! They are cruising!
Welcome back to the channel, guys. In eFootball, building a strong squad isn't just about having high-rated players. It's about understanding roles. Give the wrong instruction to the wrong player, and even a high-rated team can feel broken. But when you assign each role correctly, your team moves like a well-oiled machine. Every player knows their job. In this video, we'll break down 5 key sections, from your goalkeeper all the way to your center forward, showing you how to assign the perfect roles for every team playstyle. Quick counter, long ball counter, possession, and out wide. Watch closely, because once you understand this, you'll build a team that plays exactly how you want. Before you start selecting players or switching formations, remember this. Every great team in eFootball is built on role synergy. Stats matter, sure, but it's how your players' roles blend with your team playstyle that separates a solid squad from a messy one. Let's start from the back, your goalkeeper. If you're play possession game or quick counter playstyle, chances are you're playing a high defensive line. Your defenders stay high up the pitch to stop opponents' counters. That means you need an attacking goalkeeper, someone like Ederson, Ter Stegen, or Manuel Neuer, and so on. They're quick off their line, comfortable with the ball, and ready to sweep up danger when your defense pushes up. But if you play long ball counter or out wide playstyle, your team naturally sits deeper. In that case, you need a defensive goalkeeper. Players like Oblak or Victor Baia, who stay focused on shot stopping and maintaining position. That's your first anchor point. Get it wrong, and every through ball feels like a nightmare. Now, move up to your defense. Your two center backs must complement each other. One build-up, one destroyer. The build-up defender, like Beckenbauer or Saliba, helps circulate the ball calmly, while the destroyer, like Romero or Rudiger, brings physicality and aggression. It's the perfect mix of brains and brute force. Because when your defense understands its roles, your midfield can finally breathe. And that's exactly where the real control begins. Still at the back, fullbacks are one of the most misunderstood positions in eFootball. Most players either push them too high or lock them too deep. Both extremes can ruin your balance. Here's the truth. Your team playstyle decides how your fullbacks should behave. If you're running a possession game or quick counter, it's better to go for defensive fullbacks. Why? Because your team already pushes up as a unit. Having both fullbacks bombing forward leaves you open to fast breaks. Defensive fullbacks give you cover while your midfielders do the creative work. But in long ball counter or out wide, your center backs naturally sit deeper. That's your safety net. So here, you can unleash attacking fullbacks to push up and create those overlapping runs. They add width and deliver crosses when your forwards make those quick vertical movements. And here's a pro tip. When facing opponents who rely on wingers, don't be scared to give your fullbacks defensive instructions. Instead, tight mark those wingers. Your fullbacks will automatically track their runs, shutting down those dangerous crosses and cutbacks before they happen. Just make sure both your fullbacks aren't overly aggressive at once. Otherwise, you'll leave huge gaps behind for fast wingers to exploit. The smart move? One offensive, one defensive. Balance is everything. Before we move to the midfield setup, quick thing. If this breakdown is already making you rethink your team structure, smash that like button. It tells me you actually care about mastering the game, not just playing it. And if you're new here, subscribe so you don't miss the next tactical deep dive. Because the next part, that's where games are won or lost. Now let's talk about the midfield, because this is where your entire formation lives or dies. If your defenders are your foundation, then your midfielders are your engine. Get this wrong, and your team either collapses under pressure or fails to build a single attack. For a possession game or quick counter playstyle, your midfield needs balance. Not just between attack and defense, but between intelligence and positioning. Start with your defensive midfielder, DMF. If you're running a long ball counter setup, an anchorman like Casemiro or Rodri is your best bet. They hold their ground, protect your center backs, and make sure your team doesn't get exposed on counterattacks. But if your team plays quick counter or possession, go with an orchestrator. They stay central, control tempo, and distribute the ball under pressure. Your central midfielders should complement your defensive midfielders. Pair an orchestrator with a box-to-box or creative playmaker. The orchestrator slows things down while the other drives the ball forward. It's like having rhythm and momentum in one system. And don't sleep on your attacking midfielder, AMF. if you use one. In out-wide or quick counter systems, the AMF acts like a shadow striker, arriving late into the box, connecting play, and finishing rebounds. But in a long ball counter, that AMF should have whole player playstyle to attack space just behind the CF. A perfect midfield trio is like an orchestra. One protects, one controls, one creates. Get that balance right, and your team starts moving like a unit instead of 11 random players. Now let's move to the business end of your setup, the attack. You can have the best defense and midfield in the world, but if your forwards aren't tuned to your playstyle, all that hard work ends in wasted chances. Let's start with your center forward. If you're playing a long ball counter or quick counter, your best bet is a goal poacher. Here's why. In a long ball counter, poachers make those killer runs behind defenders to catch long through passes. And in a quick counter, their sharp movement in tight spaces helps them find gaps during fast transitions. They live off chaos, and that's exactly where they shine. For out-wide team playstyles, go for a fox in the box, because when those dangerous crosses start flying in, you need someone strong in the air and quick to react. They're your classic penalty box predators, always in the right place at the right time. But for possession game, the best option is a deep-lying forward. Here, you're not relying on runs behind defenders. Instead, this type of striker drops deep, links up play, and helps your midfielders control the rhythm. They turn a structured build-up into a flowing, attacking move. For your second striker, pick based on your team playstyle, not your formation. If you're running long ball counter or quick counter, go for a whole player. They love making sneaky runs between defenders and create that chaos your CF feeds on. But for out-wide setups, the classic number 10 or creative playmaker is gold. They drop into half spaces, combine with your wingers, and deliver those slick passes behind the backline. And if you're a possession game player, then the deep-lying forward role is your best friend. They drop deep, link the midfield, and make your attack unpredictable. Now, for your wingers, the same logic applies, no matter the formation. If your team style is out wide, go for prolific wingers or roaming flank. They stretch the pitch, pin the opposition fullbacks, and open lanes for your striker. But for quick counter, roaming flanks shine even brighter. They love cutting inside and combining fast, especially after a turnover. And if you're a possession player, then creative playmakers or cross specialists on the wings are your control levers. They slow things down when needed and deliver pinpoint passes. Finally, the team captain role. Don't waste it on your goalkeeper unless they're your clear leader. Give it to someone in your forward or midfield line who influences morale. Players who are always involved in play, and that visibility actually impacts your team's rhythm. When your attack matches your formation and playstyle, everything clicks. One-touch passes flow, movements sync, and even average players start playing like elites. So now you've got the full blueprint on how to actually build the perfect balanced squad in eFootball, from goalkeeper all the way to attack. But here's the real question. You've got the right players, the right roles, but are you using the right formation for your team playstyle? Because even with the perfect squad, if your formation doesn't match your manager's tactics, your players won't shine. If you want me to break down which formations work best for each playstyle and manager type, drop a comment saying formation breakdown below. If enough people want it, that'll be the next upload. And trust me, it'll completely change how you set up your team. And that's it, folks. Now you know how to assign the perfect roles for every position, no matter your playstyle or formation. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want more secrets like this that'll help you dominate every match, subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss out. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.